Okay, so you may have to click a button on your screen to get rid of something that got in the way when I started the recording. And also here's our setup um, for the class, just for those of you watching online. You want to have two chairs with the backs of the chairs facing in. We're going to use these as our balance supports. And then this third chair to sit on. Scoot to the front edge of that chair, hands on your thighs, and find your vertical axis central upright. And then right into your breathing. In the nose, out the mouth. I'm gonna mute everybody. And as you're doing your breathing, also be considering those three ideas that we talk about a lot in all of Tai Chi Qigong practice. So we have central upright or Zhongjung. And then as we're breathing, that helps us get this second piece, which is Chunwan, which is relaxing or softening as your means of finding stability. So when you're doing seated meditation, you want to just be releasing and relaxing anywhere that you're grabbing on so that it's just settling down through the chair, down through your legs, down through your feet, under the ground. So when we say I'm grounded, I want to be grounded, that's how we get grounded according to the Taoist practices, is this idea of softening, releasing. So that's Chunwan. And then just the corresponding feeling through your body when you relax that tension, that's Qingling. Lightness, nimbleness, agility. So let's take 5 more breaths. Feeling those 3 concepts of central upright, releasing everything as your means of finding stability, and the corresponding nimble state, light nimble state. Right, for our opening exercises. Slide the hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest lifts up, chin lifts up, arch the back. And then slide the hands forward past the knees, hollow chest, drop the head. We'll do that 4 or 5 times. All 24 vertebrae, scapula, shoulder blades, sliding. A little bit of pelvic tilt happening, also movement of the head and skull. Two more. And then just settle to your upright position and right into rotations. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head right. And then switch. Switch back and forth, get your rotating parts. back to neutral. Arms hang by your side. Lean. Left wrist floats up. Empty left foot. And then lean. Back to middle and lean. Lateral flexion and extension. To middle, right into the shoulder blade movements. Shoulders forward, then up. Back, then down. Under, forward, and up. Back. Do that a few more times. And reverse, other way, back and up, over top, forward and down, under, back, up, over, down. A few more. And bend your elbows. Elbows flare out and way up. And then down. And around in front, touch elbows together. And then down. Out and up. Down. Around and in. Down. One more. And then elbows straight back, down, forward, up, forward, down, back, down, forward, up. One more. Down, out, and cross. Hug. Elbows out and cross. Out, cross. One more. And down, loose. Relax. Scoot back a little bit and load your right leg. Push, load, down, switch. Switching. Getting the full range of movement for all the leg joints. This is a pretty simple movement. And right leg in front, point, flex, just the foot. And then tilt the foot in, out, in, out. In. And then circle, in, around, and out. Out, around, and in, switching directions. And down. Other leg, extend it, point and flex. And then tilt the foot, a little tilt in, tilt out, in, out, in, out, and circle. Reverse circle. And then scoot all the way forward on your chair. Swivel movements, so step a little wider than hip distance, lift your toes up, turning on the heels, turn the knees and toes in, closing the groin area, and then lift the toes and turn the knees and toes out, opening this groin area. Closing, open, close, open, close, open, one more. Back to neutral, legs hip distance, forward folds, hip hinge. Sit upright. From the hips, lean back. And then sit upright. From the hips, fold forward. Sit upright. From the hips, lean back. Two more. And sit vertical. Now we stand up and sit down. So slide the feet back a little bit, hang the arms. And we're going fold. And then stand tall. And then we're going fold, sink, sit back. And again, fold and stand. And then fold and sit. Two more. Then 3 times, no sitting in the chair, just fold and sink, and then rise. Sink. Moving over closer to the right side chair for you. And the chair's there, should you need it, but for this first one especially, no hands on anything. And if you look at my body, you can probably tell my body weight is more in one leg and less in the other. And then here I'm changing, so now it's more in this leg and less in this one. But that has nothing to do with my feet leaving the ground. So this one's really important so that when we say, okay, empty one leg and fill the other, we're not thinking about pulling the foot off the ground. We're thinking about it in a different way. So from your middle pivot, finding this internal real estate, this internal change of the relationships of the body parts such that now this leg is empty. And then just by making those internal changes, now this leg is empty. Now we start adding, as you put the weight over into your right leg, stay there, lift the heel of your empty foot, try to get all the way to the tip of the toe, let the knee bend sort of forward, and then settle that leg back down, right? And then change the weight over into that leg. So now this one's full and this is empty. And the empty leg, we go up to the tippy toe, down, and then we change. And then the other one is empty, tippy toe, down, change. Tippy toe, down. Now when you get good at the change, then it can almost happen simultaneous, like as I'm going down through this leg, I'm lifting to this tippy toe. So that's how I want you to think about advancing as you've done this more. Some of you, most of you have done this a lot now, is as I'm going down, then this could become free, and then down, and this could become free. So it starts to happen right after the other. So that's where speed starts to show up again, but it has everything to do with, are you finding the way through to the ground, down to the ground? That's the key to all of it. Now go into your right leg, stay there, get to the tippy toe of your left foot. Now hand on chair as needed to disconnect this foot from the floor, and then place it back down, and then change. So we go tippy toe, disconnect, reconnect, change. Tippy toe, disconnect, reconnect, change. Continue. Same idea. As you get better at it, this can start to, this little lift can happen almost simultaneous. As the weight's going down, this is lifting off the ground. As the weight is going down, I'm lifting this off the ground. Still organized around the middle. Now go into your left leg, right foot empty, tippy toe. Use your hand on your chair so you can lift this all the way as high as it can go. And then down, and then change. Weight goes down through this leg, tippy toe, as high as this can lift. Down from the middle, change. The middle connecting down to the ground. Lower, change. This one might even be able to get simultaneous as well. The weight going down and this leg coming up. Again, that's just over time. But it's that freedom of movement, that looseness that gives us this function. And standing in the same relationship to this chair, back up just a little bit. So the chair is in front of you a bit and off to the right. Put the weight in your left leg. Put your right foot in front, heel touching. So we've got this kind of relationship between the feet. And then just shift into your front leg. The weight goes down. You get to the tippy toe of your back foot, and then shift. Tip of the heel. Shift. Remember that even though we're moving forward and back, it shouldn't be forward, backward. That's going to make you lose your balance. It should be down, down, down. So this is level 1. Now stay in your back leg, hand on chair as needed, lift, lower, shift. And then this back leg empty, little flamingo, bend to the knee, toe down, shift. Weight down as this leg lift, lower, shift. Weight down, bend the knee. Shift. Weight down, lift, lower, shift. Bend the knee. Can happen almost simultaneous eventually, where it's as the weight's going down, this is free. As the weight's going down, this can lift. Boom. Boom. Let's go next level, hand on chair, knee up, down, shift. This back leg, forward and up, toe reach back, shift. Up in front, down, shift. Back leg, forward and up, back, shift. More. And switching sides, step. Get closer to your other chair. Put your weight in your right leg, left foot out in front, heel touching softly. We go shift, 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 shift. Remember, down is the key. Down, down. Now, weight going down your back leg, lift your front leg, lift, lower, shift. Weight going down that leg, the other one empty, can do a little flamingo. Shift. Weight going down allows the freedom for this lift, lower, shift. We'll bend to the knee, toe, shift, lift, lower, shift, flamingo. And level 3, hand on chair for that full lift, down, shift, and then knee forward and up, reach back, shift back, down, shift, forward, up. 2 more. Whole time you're just trying to drop and release whatever is held in your body. Whole time. Switch sides back to your first side. Put your weight in your left leg, right foot in front. Now we go shift. Once this back foot is empty, you step while it's still empty, and then shift. And then we shift back. Once you have 100% in that right leg, your left foot should be empty to step back, and then you can shift. And remember, the primary direction is down. Even though we're moving forward, all we're thinking is down. Now I'm moving backwards, but all I'm thinking is down, 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 down. And we're trying to get that separation of 100 and 0. It's the zeroness that makes that step happen. And then 100, 0. All organized around the middle. Now we go level 2. Hand on chair as needed as you go lift, lower, shift. And now this one being in an empty state, you can pick it up, step over something, down, and then shift. And now this back foot, flamingo, down, shift back. Now this leg, up, tuck, reach, shift. Weight going down, this leg lift and lower, shift. Now step up and over, shift, flamingo, down, shift back, up, tuck, reach, shift. The down gives you the up, the down gives you the up, the down gives you the freedom for the up. Down gives you the up. And then let's go level 3. Hand on chair, lift, lower, shift. Now just exaggerate this movement. Heel, knee, foot, down, shift, and then knee up. Back, go up, tuck, reach, shift, and then up, down. Full range of motion. This helps really cultivate where our middle is. Cultivates freedom of movement of all the parts. Let's do one more. Again, the body as we age, it just sort of hardens and just becomes less agile and functional. So the Taoists just basically said that's where we want to really focus our practice. It's keeping everything moving, everything totally whole and complete in its movement. And turns out that's very good for the brain, very good for the nervous system as well. Switching sides, let's go back to the level 1 version. So put the weight in your right leg, left foot in front, empty. We just change. Once this back foot's empty, a simple step, and then shift. And then we go back. But really back is just down by Gail. Shift and shift. And shift, step, shift. Shift back, step back, shift back. But everything's down. That's where the stability that we're looking for is. Down. Down. And the only way to get down is to relax where we can so that we're not stuck in the various joints and tissue areas. Just got to be soft, relaxed, and loose. Let's go level 2. Hand on chair as needed. We lift, lower, shift, and then this back foot steps over something. And shift. And then we do a little flamingo with that back foot. And then shift. Now here, up, tuck, reach, shift. Weight going down gives you the up. And then shift. The down gives me this freedom to safely step over. And then the down gives me the freedom for this. The down. The down. Down. So for level 3, hand on chair as needed. We go full lift, down, shift, and then this exaggerated heel to butt, knee to chest, foot out, down, then shift, and bring this back, shift, up, tuck, reach, shift. The down gives you the up. The down gives you the up. The down. The down. Last one. Right, and the teacup on my head is doing just fine, but not because I'm even focusing on it. But it's just because I'm relaxing the whole time, which gives me a grounded quality that produces this equilibrium above. Now, move over to the left side of your space, and then turn so that you have this big runway out in front of you, downrange. And you got your chairs should be on your left if you set up like I set up. And then we're going down the runway. So put the weight in your right leg, put your left foot in front, and we do level 1. We just shift, step, shift. shift, step, shift, step. Shift while, shift without stepping, step without shifting, shift without stepping, step without shifting, shift without stepping. Now, safely go backwards, shift, wait for this right leg to be empty, step it while it's still empty, then shift. Once you're established in one leg, then you can step the other foot. Shift, step, shift. Because the idea here is that the body gets glued together. It gets stuck together so that if I go to move my foot forward, it pulls my body with it. And there's a clumsiness that comes along with that. Versus when things are relaxed and loose and space between them, then I can have my body weight established here and take a step, nothing changed, and then I can change. So now I'm in this foot, and then I can step here because this is loose, this is free. And then I can shift and then step. So seeing that what you're cultivating is looseness, but at first that looseness feels less stable. So that's the threshold that's really difficult to cross, is to go from feeling stable because we're holding our body to feeling less stable because we're letting go of that tension, and then practicing enough so we start to actually find, oh, there's stability in that softness. There's agility and stability and capability and function in that relaxed body. Now let's go level 2, where you each step over something. Shift and pick that foot up over something. Change, step over something. Change, step over, change. Then you'll go backwards, change. Now, most important here is, can you stay in your stable leg even as you reach the foot back? Because a lot of times that glued body, you fall back with it. You need to be able to reach the foot without it changing where your body weight is, and then you change. So this leg, free and loose, stays loose, then you choose when to change into it. Stays free and loose. Change. Free and loose. Let's do one more round, there and back. Stepping over. Turn and face forward at this far side of your space there. Put the weight in your left leg, and we'll go right foot out, in, out, in. So that same concept of the glued body, when it's all glued together and you step out, the whole body gets pulled with it and then back, and that's clumsiness, right? But if I'm loose, then this is free. My body weight is staying organized down to the earth through this leg, and this leg is free to step out, in, out, in, out, in. Now step out, stay out, change. Find that interior real estate where now this quad is open, this quad is closed, and then now this quad is closed, and this one is open. The feet stay down on the ground, and I'm changing my status of full and empty. I'm moving, quite a few inches through space, but all that I'm using is internal real estate. And what I'm not doing is staying frozen and leaning. So this is what happens a lot is people can move up here, but this area is staying stuck versus here is where that freedom of movement is. And then this area isn't moving really at all. It's just kind of floating along. So that's where there's this equilibrium, this steadiness. The teacup is balanced, and yet I'm moving through space. Now stay in your right leg, bring the left foot in, out, in, out, in, out, out. And then bring that foot in and keep it in, feet together if possible. And then change the weight to the left leg. Change the weight to the right leg. So you can see my body's not moving very much in space now, left and right. And yet I'm still changing 100, 0 and 100, 0. And that's happening from this internal mechanism of belly, low back, groin, and hip area. So this mechanism here, finding how it can be freed to move inside, finding that internal mechanism while keeping perfect equilibrium. Now, left full, right empty, step out, change, left empty, step in, change, step out, change, in, change, out. Reverse, left foot in, then out, change. Right foot in, change. Pelvis, belly, vertical axis, all pretty steady. Moving across space. And again, primary direction is still just down, 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 down. Now, stand with your feet hip distance apart, shift into that left leg turn and sweep the hands across. The bear washes paws in the stream. So without moving, we're going back to what we work on Fridays, that simplest Tai Chi movement of shift and turn, brush and sweep. 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 Now, shift right, turn right, brush and sweep, left foot empty, step it in. Keep it in, change your weight into your left leg, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot should be empty, steps out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Left foot now empty, steps in. Shift and turn, brush and sweep. Right foot now empty, steps out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Left foot empty, steps in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot empty, steps out. So this is the simplest advanced Tai Chi. We're moving, we're walking, we're using all the parts. Practicing relaxation and looseness, yet not sloppy. Going back the way we came, left foot steps out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot should be empty, step it in, and then shift into the right leg, turn, brush, sweep. left foot empty, steps out. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Right foot empty, step in. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Left foot now empty, steps out. Continue. You can just find that flow where it's relaxed. Traveling across the space. And it's organized. Now the bear swats the jumping fish. Step in, the hands change. Shift, turn, brush, knee, swat the fish. Hands change, step. Shift and turn. As your hands are changing, step in, shift and turn. As your hands are changing, step out, shift and turn. Step, shift and turn. Step. Switching directions, step in, step out, brush, knee, swat, fish. As the hands change, step that foot in, change the weight and turn. Change hands, step out, brush, knee, swat. Change hands, step in, shift and turn. Change hands, step out, turn. So it's very simple. Doesn't mean it's easy, but you got to see the simplicity of it. So if I do it robotically, robot, 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 then hands change, robot, footsteps out, robot, now shift and turn, robot, over. So that's one thing that happens. Then the second thing that happens is the foot and the hands. And then the shift and the turn happens. That's one thing. And then the second thing, the hands and the step. Then shift and turn, hands, step, shift and turn, hands, step. And then both hands down and settle. Now come stand between your chairs. And put all your weight into your left leg, right foot empty, turn it out. And then back to neutral. And then turn it in. Now allow the pelvis and torso to kind of turn a little bit with this turn out of the leg. So as you turn out, belly button should point a little to the corner and your head can turn and look over to the right side of the room. So turning the leg out and turning the body. And then when you turn back and to the other side with this little pigeon toe, you also want to turn the hips and torso and head so you can look that. And then turn. So all the weight's in the left leg, and I'm turning, turn, turn, turn. This foot's empty the whole time. Turn, turn. And then back to neutral. Change the weight into your right leg. Turn left foot out, external, and then through neutral to pigeon toe, where now I'm looking this way, cross. And then turn out and in. turn out, in. And neutral. Now turn right leg out. The weight goes down through the right leg, turn the whole body and bring your left foot to match the right foot. And then the weight down the left foot, turn the right foot out. And then shift down through the right leg, bring the left foot around to match. And then down through the left, empty the right, turn out. And shift. Down through the left, turn the right foot out. And just keep in mind, it's still just down, 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 down. So that equilibrium we're looking for, that balance that we're looking for, comes from a letting go. Down. That gives us a vertical axis that's very stable when we're not holding ourselves up. When we let all that go, we find that stability. That's what's most difficult about it, is that everything we're trying to do is often wrong. It's just not necessary. It's getting in the way. Let's go the other way. So it's the relaxing down through here that gives me the lightness and agility to turn out nice and easy. And then just go down through that leg. This foot comes around. And then down through the right leg so that the left foot's easy and the body's relaxed. And then down and turn. So keep turning to your left. Down. Turn. That's going around in a sort of forward direction, right? Because when I turn this leg out and then I change into it, I'm sort of moving in a forward way. Whereas this next one, instead of turning right leg out, turn right leg in, and this has a sort of back energy. I'm going back into that leg and then bringing this foot to match and then put the weight in your left leg. And again, we pigeon toe. So this leg turns internal and then I'm shifting down through it, which the body kind of retreats and finds its equilibrium again. Put the weight in the left leg, turn that right foot in, pigeon toe a little bit, and then change the weight into it. Down. Pigeon toe. Change. Pigeon toe. Check. Pigeon toe. Check. Round. Once you're facing forward again, left leg, pigeon toe, chain. Pigeon toe, chain. Pigeon toe, chain. Changing our orientation in the room. So if I got to go to my right, or if I have to pay attention to something going on over there, I don't want to just stiffly turn from my upper body. It's really my feet. I want to change my foot position And now I'm ready to deal with whatever is coming. Now we're facing forward. Put those two together. So go right foot, turn out, shift down through it. Left foot should be empty. It's able to pigeon toe. So now in 2 foot movements, I'm facing 180 degrees. And then we do it again. Turn right foot out, shift onto it. Left foot turn in, body turns. I'm 180 degrees again. And then I'm back to facing forward. Let's do that again. So right foot turns out, shift, down through it, left foot pigeon toes in, shift down through it, right foot turns out. This has that forward direction energetically, and then this has that sort of backward direction energetically. Again. Back to facing forward. Let's do it to the left. Left foot turns out. Shift. Right foot turns in. Shift. Left foot turn out. Shift. Right foot turn in. Shift. In. Shift. Now, make sure your chairs are pretty far apart. This one puts together the turning step and the advancing step, okay? So we're going, move yourself over to the left side, right next to your chair on your left. And you got your other chair down range. So we turn the right foot out 90 degrees, shift onto it, and then we take an advancing step and shift, and that chair is right there. And we do that again. Turn the right foot out, shift, the body's reorienting, and then take a step in that direction with your left foot. We're going around. So this is the rectangular walk. So we're working on veering now to the right and then advancing in our new direction and getting around this corner and then advancing in that new direction. So it's always the right foot that's doing the turn out, and then it's always the left foot that's taking the forward step, advancing forward. Right foot turns out, change the weight, reorient, and then advance in that new direction. Right foot turns out. We're shifting onto it, reorienting, and taking an advancing step in that direction. Turning the right foot out. We're shifting onto it, reorienting to our new direction, and continuing in that new direction with one step. Right foot turns out. Shift onto it, the body's reorienting, the left foot takes a step, and we advance onto that left foot, then the right foot again turns out, shift, reorient, take a step in that new direction, advancing, and we're back to where we started. Now we got to switch sides. Side steps. Now it's left foot empty, turns out. So right now, my orientation is straight ahead, but then as I shift and into the left leg and turn, I'm reorienting now down that way, and then I take a step that way. Now I'm going to go from orienting this way to orienting this way by turning left foot out, shifting onto it, orienting. Now I've got a new heading, and I take a step with the right foot in that new heading. Now I got to change my heading from straight that way to the left one turn. So the left foot turns out, shift and reorient your body, and then advance with the right foot in that new direction. Right? So again, most of you guys are doing a good job with this part here, but then you're getting stuck. Remember, we're advancing. We're going in the new direction. So turn the left foot out, shift onto it, I'm reorienting, and then take a step with the right foot in that direction. And then turn the left foot out, change your orientation, and then take a step in that direction. Turn the left foot out, shift on the left foot, reorient, and then take a step in that new direction. Turn the left foot out, change the weight, reorient, take a step. Turn the left foot out, change orientation, take a step. Left foot out, step. Turn the left foot out, step with the right foot. Turn the left foot out, put the weight into the left foot, step the right foot, go into the right foot. Left foot turns out, reorient, take a step. So this is what this shows up all the time in your day if you're walking, and then here's a corner that you have to get around. You turn the foot out and reorient yourself to get around and then head off down, right, the next corner. Like imagine walking outside up a city block and there's a building on the corner. So you're walking, and then you get to that corner, you got to turn that left foot out, and then now you're heading down the block the other way, right? Now, hands together, rub palms, rub the back of one hand, palms, back of other hand, palms, and groin, hip flexors, sacrum, tail, lumbar. And then like you're sitting for a squat, sweep the hands down the outside of the legs, around to the inside, up to the navel. Do that again. Quad, hip flexors, tail, lumbar, sweep. One more. Up the outer. Just that chi reset. Other arm. And close. Seal. Thank you, everybody. Well done. So any questions on any of that? We've done that last one before, but it might be new for some of you or all of you. So any questions about any of that?